Interesting question. So I think how you look at turnover is, and the lens that you put on turnover is interesting, because to me some turnover is good and it should be expected, because what we know based on our data is that people change jobs every 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
And they may change internally, but most people, I think 85% of people leave an organization to move ahead. And that's just across Canada. So expecting turnover to be particularly low is, I think, shouldn't be your focus. And the other thing is, at a certain point you want some turnover, because you need fresh ideas, you need a new perspective, new learning, different background. Do you want 50% of your organization to leave every year? Absolutely not. So I think what comes up for me is that the focus needs to be on developing people and retaining them and creating the opportunity for them to grow their own careers. And you have to be realistic. If you're in a company of 30,000 people, you probably have a lot more opportunities for people to move laterally or take on new roles versus a company of 100 people. And in a company of 100 people, your opportunity may not be a new job title or a new compensation package, but may be able to be, hey, get involved in this project, or can we tap into you for that, or if you have an idea, contribute to that. A lot more incumbent driven. So I think turnover is a funny thing, and in certain pockets you'll have more turnover at certain times. So if there's a really high demand in the marketplace and a low supply for certain types of jobs, you may see a higher turnover. So for me, the focus is on employment branding,
Right.
and so that we would certainly do through our own site, the social media, making sure that the employment brand that you put out there is in fact how you walk and talk every day internally, and that the two match, so that what you're marketing is actually what you're buying.
Exactly, yeah.
And that the roles that are out there, and showing the development and opportunity that Workopolis as an organization is doing, not just as an employer, but as a company, that we're becoming more technology focused. We really are going to be a leader. Those are huge retention opportunities, and what we always say is this is an incumbent driven organization. So you can come in every day and do your job description 100%. That's great. But you can do that plus say, wow, I've got some background in over there. I've got a few ideas, and I've never seen that turned down. So I think people need to also see the opportunity internally versus also looking externally. So as far as directly answering your question, I don't know that it's particularly a lower turnover rate. I think it's pretty standard. What I have seen is some changes. So when I first joined here, we had a higher turnover in our sales organization. What we've been able to do is put in not just consistent management.
Yeah.
I think really are engaged and driving the quality and the depth of folks in the department, but also really coaching them and developing them, and also putting in some more probably policies, procedures that create a bit more predictability for folks. And so I've seen that really decrease. So I think there's a lot you can do for it, and sometimes things need to surface for an organization to realize, okay, this is time what we really put on it. But to me, from a social media perspective, the opportunity is brand, and making sure that the people that are here are using social media in a way that's hopefully positive. So they're having a good experience, they're going to tell people about that experience, and that's going to really help overall.